Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you are watching this at. We are back, baby. We are back in beautiful sunny Marbella, and we are back into the groove of things right now. As you've seen from the earlier clips this morning, went out for a bit of a jog, followed by a cold dip, a little cold plunge in the pool. I'll swim in the pool, followed by a coffee, light book, catching some rays in the sun, wrapping up client check-ins, and perfect timing for the supplement package to come through. No, this is not a box of instant tea powder. It is my monthly supplement order from the lads over at MyCore, which I will go over in a sec. What better way to start the video than a supplement unboxing? But plan of attack for this video is to run you through, update you a little bit on what's been happening, why I haven't been recording, why there's been no YouTube videos on my channel lately. I will get into all of that. The DJI actually broke. I had 2 or 3 YouTube videos recorded on it, as well as about 20 or 30 reels for Instagram, before it decided to swallow my SD card. Happy days. But yeah, I will dive into. We have a pretty exciting day. A good chunk of work is done now. It's like 12:30. I'm still fasted. I had 2 coffees into me while doing some work, but I'll go over the plan of attack, what my goals are with training, food, what my plan and what my goals for the next couple of months for the summer is, and so on. Relax, strap in, and enjoy the video. Lads, is there a better feeling than getting a fresh supplement order? No, honestly, I feel like a kid at Christmas every time I get a new supplements delivery. Very, very excited to see what's inside here. Oh, now I will run through all the supplements in more detail. I leave that for a separate video, but I'm just going to go over and go through what we got here. A lot of goodies. I got about 2 months worth of supplements to save myself the hassle of trying to get a big box sent out to me every month. Now, what do we have here? Starting off with probably the most exciting stuff. Protein powder. We have 2 flavors, of course. Perform, no better way out there. We have 2 flavors of Perform. The chocolate explosion, I've had this one before on prep. It's like a mini Easter eggs. It's pretty much just a chocolate flavored protein powder. I really enjoyed this. That being said, I had it when I was start of prep, so anything tastes good on prep. I'm excited to give this a go once again. And then a good old reliable, the blueberry muffin, probably up there, definitely in my top 3 favorite proteins of all time from Perform. Now, I usually like to have 2 protein powders on the go. So what I do is I'd have a chocolatey flavor that goes with pretty much anything. Oats, cream of rice, whatever. And then a slightly more exotic, completely different flavor, just to keep things nice and fresh, and so I don't get sick of eating the same protein powder non-stop. This blueberry muffin goes fantastic with oats as well. It's lovely with some 0% fat Greek yogurt, and it is the goat with, now this is a cheat code, let me put you on. 100 grams of frozen blueberries, a little bit of almond milk, 200 mils of almond milk, a little bit of ice, blend it up with 2 scoops of this. I rarely ever use protein to have a shake, but with this one, I could drink that blueberry smoothie all day long. It is fantastic, literally tastes like summer, and there's nothing better than a fucking blueberry shake on a warm, hot summer's day. So yeah, that is the protein powders. Up next, something that I missed a lot, and I've actually, I didn't order. I usually get, firstly, what is it? Electrolytes. I usually get the ones from Conte. I don't know why I decided to switch it up. So I have the Perform electrolytes and also the Trained by JP electrolytes. Really, really important, especially in Spain now, in a hot country. This is something I've missed so much. without having any electrolyte formula here. We all know the importance of proper hydration and so on. So this, especially in a hot country, will work wonders. I've been using pink salt, Aquarius, which is like a hydration drink, and coconut water as my electrolyte formula in the morning. But this will be a game changer now. I'm very, very excited to finally get some good electrolytes into the body. Up next, we have the basic stuff: glutamine, creatine, of course, pretty self-explanatory. Some EAAs, trained by JP, essential amino acids. A big fan of these because most of my sessions now are fasted. I train first thing in the morning usually. EAAs along with some creatine in my intro workout drink is fantastic. Once again, just getting that muscle protein synthesis spike. I think although they're called essential amino acids, they're definitely not essential. However, if you are someone that does train fasted, this would be very, very beneficial. Then there is more health subs, omega-3 fish oils. Fantastic for brain health, reducing inflammation, brain function, especially if you don't eat a lot of fish. We have magnesium, the chill pill, as well as ashwagandha, something I'm trialing out at the moment. Previously, I wasn't a big fan of it. It actually gave me the opposite feeling, as I've actually feeling that little bit more anxious. So I'm willing to give ashwagandha a go again and see if I notice any benefits. We have NAC also. And lastly, we have iron. I actually got my blood work done after prep and my iron was quite low, probably from not eating a lot of red meat. So iron is in now. And with these supplements, I'm not just throwing the kitchen sink at it. You know, I obviously got my blood work done. I seen what I was lacking and what vitamins I need. Usually, I would also have a vitamin D3 and K2 here. However, I have plenty of vitamin D3 in Spain to keep me going. Now some cool stuff. We have C-Bums non-stim pre-workout. Okay, so this is essentially a pump product. I'm not a big fan of big stim pre-workouts. I personally prefer every now and again to use a pump product. I haven't used C-Bums non-stim pump yet, so I'm very excited to give this a try. And we also have Engineered Muscles pump product, by far the best pump product I have ever used. I use this for pumping up backstage before my show. Skin splitting pump, blood pressure PR with this. I cannot recommend this enough. I wouldn't be using it every day. That's why I've gotten this other pump product, just if I want something lighter and less effective, you could say. Big bag of cream of rice, can't go wrong. Obviously we're dieting for the summer now, so cream of rice is in. You know it's getting serious when the cream of rice is getting in place. Once again, the chocolate explosion. Protein will go nicely with the cookies and cream of rice. Probably my favorite flavor, this and the custard cream, I think, trained by JP, my two go-to flavors. And then last but not least, we have some L-theanine and L-tyrosine, as well as trained by JP dial in. Okay, so this is essentially a nootropic product, helps increase focus. This one also includes some eye support. And I got this more so for my morning work block. Okay, this and this combination, L-theanine plus L-tyrosine and this nootropic formula. I'm gonna use this early in the morning when I have a big block of work done. Once again, not every single morning, but whenever I do feel I need that extra kick, that little bit more concentration. I haven't tried the Trained by JP Focus formula. However, I have used the Supplement Needs Pre-Focus Plus as well, which was fantastic. This combo that I've been using, the Pre-Focus, a scoop of creatine and 1 tab of this, and two coffees, two espressos. I could sit at the desk for 5 hours straight. This gets me dialed the fuck in. If you're someone that struggles with concentration or needs a good chunk of work done first thing in the morning, I could not recommend this stack enough. And of course, if you want to take it a step further, you could include a cheeky zinni to take the concentration levels to the next level. But yeah, that is that. Obviously, none of these supplements are essential, but this is what I'm currently taking right now, based off my blood work and based off my goals, what I need and what I'm working towards. So yeah, very excited to get stuck into this. I'm gonna have a scoop of electrolytes here now with my morning subs, and I'm going to make my first meal of the day as well. Right then, meal one going down, and a bit of a food update with regards to what I'm doing food wise at the moment. So last week was a bit of a write-off. My parents were over visiting me with my sister. So last week very much consisted of, well, we kicked off the diet. I'm currently just stripping off 3 to 5 kg max for the summer over the next 6 to 8 weeks. That's once again just to tidy up a little bit after getting a bit of a sloppier look. So we are currently 2 weeks, first official week now into the diet for the summer. Body composition is improving nicely already, which is great. In terms of what meals last week looked like, it was very much getting majority of my protein knocked out earlier on the day. Most meals were protein and veggies or protein and fruit, with every single night having a meal out, you know. So something I do all the time when I am on holidays is saving majority of my calories for the evening meal out, because we all know what a holiday looks like, right? You usually head out for a meal in the evening, you have your mains, your starters, and then usually a cheeky scoop of ice cream on the way home, walking through the port as well. So that's how I've been managing my things, or my meals even. At the moment, I'm still eating 3 meals a day right now. This works perfectly for me. I usually break my fast around 1. It's 1:15 right now. I have my first meal. At around this time, I push out my first meal just to give myself a bit of a smaller eating window. Nothing crazy about it. I just feel good. I feel sharp, especially if I'm doing a lot of work at the laptop in the morning. That concentration concoction that I was on about gets me through. That with a little bit of caffeine, and then around 1, 1:30, I usually have my first meal. And the first meal is always going to be quite a large meal for myself, with a lot of protein, some veg, and some fruit. I actually don't have any carbs in the morning, not because carbs are bad, but once again, depends what time I train. If I do train in the morning, I'd have a slightly lower carb meal after the workout. But on a rest day, like today, I'm just going to have carbs or just protein and fats for my morning meal, and then leave majority of my calories for the evening meal out, you know, for my second and third meal. So yeah, that's how things are going. Breakfast is gonna be egg whites, eggs, a cheeky protein yogurt coupled up with some fruit and some veg on the side. I'll take you through it once it's ready. But yeah, meal 1 going down. Also, the hat is on. Excuse the scruffiness. Hat is on as I'm well due a haircut, which I am getting this evening. I'll take you through that too. But we're in for a warm one, lads. It's a fucking lovely day here this morning in Marbella. The weather has been good as well, to be fair. The last couple of days we did see some sun or some rain last week for about 2 or 3 days. But we're in for the warmest day so far, I think, lads. 23 degrees and the UV 8, which is perfect. You already know what's going to be my rest day activity. We're going to be lamped out here on the balcony, getting a tan on and topping up the old tan. So yeah, I got some exciting things planned in this vlog. As I said, once meal 1 is ready, I'll have a sit down on the terrace there now, grab a can of Monster and run you through what's been happening recently. Also, this set, I've been rinsing it. It's been on repeat in the house, lads. If you don't know, then get to know. Kind of music at the pyramids in Egypt 2024. If you like Afro House, groovy house tunes, get on it. It's been on non-stop ever since I came here. I don't know how I've discovered it, because the video is like, what, 2 years old, but it's a fucking banger. There we go, back to where it first started, where the first intro to the first YouTube video was. Meal 1 up here, as I said, a pretty protein heavy meal. We have, let me double check, 400 mils of egg whites, 2 whole eggs. We have 50 grams of some smoked salmon. That's actually, I'm not sure what the story is with this salmon, because it is very, very low in fat. As you know, salmon is quite a fatty fish. With this one in Lidl, honestly, Lidl España are outdoing themselves, not with the pastry section, but coming through with this salmon as well. The macros on the salmon per 100 grams is 23 grams of protein and only 2.4 grams of fat. So whatever they're putting in the salmon in Spain, I cannot complain. We have 1 tomato as well. We have 100 grams of frozen fruit here, a mixture of mangoes, kiwis, and oranges, as well as protein yogurt. In total, this meal comes out to 608 calories with a whopping 91 grams of protein, 30 grams of carbs, mainly coming from the tomato and the fruit, and 17 grams of fat. And this sets me up beautifully for the day. 90 grams of protein knocked out just like that. And this meal will probably keep me full until like 4 or 5 p.m. It's now what, 1:30. This will easily keep me full and satiated until like 4 or 5 o'clock, until I have the next big meal. Throw in a can of Monster in between this meal and I'm not even hungry. Which I'm gonna have this before it goes cold. Not that it will actually, the sun will probably keep it warm, but I'm gonna have this and then I'm going to discuss what I've been up to ever since going back over. But yeah, I'm gonna tuck into this right now and check in with you after that's done. And meal one gone just like that. Now, what have I been up to over the last month or so? So I was obviously over here in Marbella from January until February. I went back home then for the month of March to catch up with a couple of clients, do some in-person sessions, in-person check-ins. I have a client starting prep, so it was nice to meet up with them and kind of hang out with the lads, organize a group session. It was nice to always catch up with the lads once I'm home, do some in-person training and so on. Just gives lads a couple more tips, a couple more pointers, cues on how to get the most bang for their buck out of their training. And now we are back. It is the 14th of April, so I've been here for just over 2 weeks now. The first 10 days, as I said, my parents were over here visiting me with my sister, and now I'm left to myself again. But what have I been getting up to in that space of time? So as you might have seen at the start of this video, there was correct, that is true, there was a clip of me running. No, it wasn't a dream or anything like that. And if you've been following me on Instagram, you would have known that I've been doing a couple of runs here and there, dabbling into some light jogging, some light running. Now, you might be asking, Nico, are you gone homosexual? No, not at all. And no, I'm not doing a high rocks anytime soon. And I'm also not turning into a hybrid athlete. Now, why am I doing all the running? Last week I signed up for the Ibiza half marathon, and that's on this Saturday. So I gave myself plenty of time, 2 weeks, for someone that hasn't ran in about 4 years. I decided to sign up for a half marathon, because why not? Why the fuck not? So preparation for that has been going well. I did 2 5-kilometer runs so far. 3 5-kilometer runs. I went out for my first ever proper long run, if you could call it a long run. It was 10 kilometers basically, and I was extremely proud of myself because I ran without stopping once, and I managed to complete it in 59 minutes. So for a fake bodybuilder, for someone that loves food, lives and breathes the gym, I think that's a pretty good time. And that's marathon training done for the foreseeable. I obviously went out for a light little run, a little 5k jog this morning, and that's me done, because the knees are definitely starting to feel it. Knees, ankles, obviously at my body weight. The body, I'm sure, does not want to run, and it's like, what the fuck are you doing here? But why did I sign up for that half marathon? A cool opportunity arose. There's a couple of us flying out there, part of this kind of like online community of digital nomads, and the opportunity came up. I just thought I couldn't turn it down. I've never been to Ibiza before, and it's once again something to do out of my comfort zone. I've never ever ran like that before, you know. I did my first 5-kilometer run at a run club last month, and I've done like 3 or 4 runs now in the space of the last 10 days. So that to me is a very, very big achievement, and it mightn't sound like much for some, but I honestly thought I wouldn't be able to finish at least one 5k run, never mind a 10-kilometer run, without stopping once. So yeah, I'm very excited to see how I'll get on in the half marathon. I know it's a pretty big goal, but running the half marathon, I think it's 22 kilometers, running that under 2 hours would be a dream come true. I'd be very, very proud of myself. But honestly, if I can run it without stopping once, I'd still be very happy, and I'll fucking take it. So yeah, that's what my running buzz has been about, and why I've been doing a good bit of running recently. Well, good bit, 4 runs in 10 days. And yeah, training 4 days a week, kind of legs, push, pull, or legs, upper, legs, push, pull, rest, upper rest, and that works fine for me right now. Once the running crack is over, I'll stop running completely. It's just something I don't enjoy. A 5 kilometer run every now and again is fine, but these kind of longer distances, it's just not enjoyable. I don't know why people do it to themselves. Actually, I do know. It's because the amount of calories that you burn from running, and that you can have any excuse to carb up. Going on a long run, sure, carb up. Just slam 600, 800 grams of carbs before your 5k run. No, I'm messing, but it's nice. The calories that you burn from the runs is obviously nice, and it does help with that bit of a deficit that I'm in right now. It's a nice switch up from the usual cardio on a treadmill, a cross trainer, or a Stairmaster. But yeah, the 5k runs are still very much enjoyable. The longer 10k runs, well, the only one I did so far, not quite. I don't see myself doing a lot of running long term. I do want to pick up some Thai boxing once this running crack is over, as it's something I've done before and I've really enjoyed. So yeah, that's where I'm at in terms of my travel. My plans for this summer is to have a base here in Marbella set up, obviously, and I do want to do a good bit of traveling across Spain. I want to go to Madrid, Barcelona, obviously Ibiza is on the cards now, and Valencia. So what I'm doing is I'm flying out tomorrow. Tomorrow is Wednesday, so I'm flying out Wednesday evening and flying to my buddy in Valencia, shout out Lizard, and from there I'm staying a full day in Valencia Thursday, and then Friday morning both of us are off to Ibiza. He's also part of the digital nomad community, so that'll be nice. I've never been to Valencia. I haven't visited him yet, and he's been living there for like 2 years now, so it's about time I get my ass over to that side of the country. It should be a good couple of days. There will be a separate vlog coming for the Ibiza stuff, the half marathon, which should be a bit of a movie, lad. So I'm going to document and vlog all that, as yeah, it's going to be content central. The group of guys that are going seem to be really good. I've never actually met a lot of them, and most of them in person, actually none of them really, so that should be good, just to get a couple of ideas from other people, make some new connections, and see what other people are up to. But yeah, that's my plans, what I've been getting up to so far. Plan for the remainder of the day. It is currently 2 p.m. and I have a good bit of work done. Actually, all of my work done. I got up super early, like 6. Planned out my content, went out for that run, dip in the pool, coffee, book, back into check-ins. I boxed off 11 check-ins this morning, and that's me done for the day. And a rest day is not that exciting. I got, as I said, I planned ahead. I knew I have a busy week with all the traveling, so I got a good chunk of work done early on the week. I started a little bit of work Sunday, good work block done yesterday, and then again this morning. So that leaves the remainder of the week fairly flexible for myself. For today, the plan, rest day, I'm gonna go down or else chill here. To be honest with you, it's less windy up here, but the UV is 8. The weather is 23 degrees at the moment. As I said, I'm gonna be topping up the tan here. Already a bit tanned, to be fair. A lot of people have been saying, how the fuck am I gone so dark in the space of 10 days? 2 weeks almost. Honestly, I tan really easily. I do have a dark skin tone naturally as it is, but the sun loves me, and I love the sun. So yeah, I'm gonna probably end up chilling out here, doing some little bit of work, maybe just getting back to client replies. I won't be getting the laptop out. I don't understand people that do work outside in the sun. Like, you can't see anything, the laptop overheats. So I'm probably going to do a little bit of work on my phone, sip on a can of Monster, and as I said, top up the tan before Ibiza. I also have a haircut booked in this evening at 6, as my barber is not working on a Wednesday. It's a bit unfortunate, as it is fairly far out to be getting a haircut on Tuesday, when the big event is Friday, Saturday. And unfortunately, you only get 3 to 4 good days out of a buzz cut. When you do have short hair, the haircut lasts about 3-4 days before you need to top it up again, but sure, look, what can you do? So yeah, that's that. I'm gonna go get changed into some more sunbathing appropriate attire. I will probably catch you either at the next meal or just before we head off to the barber. I also need to pick up a few bits and bobs, as the SD card that I have in this DJI is fairly slow. And as I said previously, the reason why I haven't uploaded to YouTube is because that last DJI swallowed my SD card to bits. I tried to get it out, ended up breaking it even more. DJI were kind enough to send me out a new camera, which is fantastic. So I'll see you when I see you. So as you would have seen, we popped into the shop to pick up that SD card. On the way now to get a haircut. This is the state of the affairs. As I said, I haven't got a haircut in ages. This is well overdue. I'll check in with you to see the transformation when I'm somewhat presentable again after the haircut. For my YouTube channel. Good? Boom! Mission success. Not butchered. Fuck. Very happy with that. Feel like a new man. Whatever that barber did, lads, gave me like +10 on the confidence scale. Feel like a new man. Feel like I've also lost like 6 kg off my face. So you wanna get shredded, just get a haircut and a beard trim. Back to the apartment now to get a bit of grub into me, have my second meal, and then hop into a little bit of laptop work for the rest of the day. And there we have it, like a new man. Back home, back for my second meal of the day. Probably a bigger meal, one of my bigger meals. It's, what, 8 o'clock? Yeah, I haven't had a meal since that breakfast meal one, which was at like 1 o'clock. Back home for the barber, and it got me thinking that barbers have the same kind of a superpower like us fitness coaches do, you know, in terms of how much confidence you can give to someone, how much you can change someone's physical appearance. So shout out Juan in Uppercuts Marbella, because he absolutely niced me here. All set, ready to go for Ibiza tomorrow, off to Valencia. But yeah, we're back home and we are having a large meal here, as I was saying. Mix of beef and chicken and rice, avocado, some veggies, a little bit of sauce on top. And yeah, I'm gonna leave off the calories and macros. I don't really want to turn this into a full day of eating. That'll come at a later stage. Just a second meal going in, and I'll finish off with one more big yogurt bowl meal, and that'll be me. And of course, it wouldn't be a meal without a cheeky can of Fanta Zero Sugar, Fanta Lemon to be exact. Nothing hits better than a nice cold can of Fanta Lemon, does it? Ooh, squirted all over the camera. Cheers. It just hits different on a balcony in a hot country, doesn't it? Anyway, second meal going down. I'm going to wrap up some client work here for the day. And realistically speaking, I'm going to probably leave it at that. Get back to a little bit of client work. Finalize a couple of bits and bobs for tomorrow before we jet off. So I'll check in with you after the meal is done and work is wrapped up for a final bit of an update in terms of the plan of attack. Right, and we're back. That meal went down a treat. Plan for the rest of the evening for myself is finish editing some content, wrapping up the vlog. I'm actually going to get editing this vlog straight away because I've a busy day tomorrow. So tomorrow I'm flying out to Valencia, which I will vlog. There's a travel vlog coming at you there. Thursday, I spend the whole day in Valencia, and Friday morning we are off to Ibiza. I'm very, very excited for that. And obviously I'll vlog the whole Ibiza trip, the marathon and what I get up to and so on. I'm very, very fucking excited to see what Ibiza has to offer. Obviously I've never been before, so it'll be nice to see what the hype is about and have my own opinion on it. But wrapping up this vlog and just kind of discussing what to expect on the channel over the next couple of months, I'd like to say that European summer is officially starting this week for myself. As I said, lots of travel content. There will be a couple of food challenges along the way. If you know, you know. Whoever's watching this, they know what's coming when they come to visit me in Marbella. This is going to be my biggest year yet. I can feel it, I can sense it in terms of personal growth, my physique growing, scaling my business, and just a year of having a good time. You know, prep took it out of me last year, took a lot out of my life last year, year, so now it's time to put that little bit, the same level of discipline and focus that I had on prep, but now it's time to shift that focus on a little bit more life experiences, on the business, on traveling, on making memories. As I said, there's a couple of festivals planned along the way as well, and I will most certainly be taking you guys along with me too. So if you've made it this far, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. If you are looking for online coaching, don't forget to follow me on Instagram, where I post tips and all the behind the scenes daily. So if you want the inside access to what I get up to during the day, do make sure to drop me a follow on Instagram as well. A very, very exciting summer ahead of us, and I cannot wait to bring you guys along with me. Gonna wrap this up now, throw on a cheeky podcast, and have my final meal of the day in about 2 hours ish. 2 hours. I will call things there. As I said, I won't be boring you with meals. This isn't a full day of eating, just a little bit of a life update on me and what exactly I've been getting up to. I cannot emphasize enough, you really want to subscribe, because this channel is about to take off. Right, I'm gonna stop yapping. Like, subscribe, drop a comment, share with a friend, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.